Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well. If we haven't met before, my name is Shiv. Hello. If you're coming back then welcome. So in today's video we're doing a more relaxed video. We are doing a chatty kind of Q&A, not really a Q&A but kind of like an advice girl talk kind of video. In today's video I really wanted to film something regarding like mental health, but then as the weeks kind of progressed towards when I had scheduled this video to go live, I felt like I didn't have enough knowledge to kind of share with you just from my own experience. So I feel like maybe the mental health video can kind of wait till I get more experience on the topic or knowledge or anything like that. Like I didn't know how useful it would have been, so I decided to do a more broader girl talk type video. You know, anything from sex to willies to boobs to boys to career, like honestly anything. Like I wanted the questions to be as juicy as possible. I wanted to get deep. I don't have any tea to sip, so let's just pretend we're sipping some imaginary tea. But yeah, I just wanted to do a sit down chatty video with you guys, just to switch up every now and then and again while I'm doing my makeup videos and the odd haul video. It's nice to kind of sit down and chat and just chat. Yeah, so I'm just going to go through my Instagram. I put up on my stories this morning that I was going to film like a chatty video, like ask me like advice questions. They're all going to be anonymous. I'm not going to put anyone's names in the video. I'm going to cut it out and then pop it on the screen and everything like that so you can see the questions, but no names will be mentioned in this video. I want it to be very deep and raw. So let's just jump straight into it. Before we do, please like the video, give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, let's carry on with the video. So what do we have? So to be honest, when I posted the status on my Insta stories, like with the question little pop-up thing, I didn't know how many questions I'd actually get. So I did it in different topics. I did boy relationship advice questions, home life, family problems, domestic violence, etc. Like anything surrounding your home life. I did mental health, and I also did general girl talk, so periods, boobs, sex, drama, that kind of thing. So I'm just going to go on the questions that I've been sent first, and then I'll go into like DMs and stuff because some people have DM'd me as well. So I've got boy and relationship questions. I've got, how do you keep your long-term relationship exciting? I am in a long-term relationship. If that question didn't kind of correlate, my boyfriend is at uni. He pops up in my videos from time to time, like you might hear him like in the bloopers or something. But yeah, he is in Birmingham. I'm all the way down in Hertfordshire, so we do have a long-term relationship. It's not so long distance, obviously, that we're in different countries, anything like that, but he is a uni student, so he has lots of deadlines and I can't see him like all the time because it would be expensive, like going up there and back, etc. We've been in a long-term relationship for probably, I want to say like just over half a year, but when we first had started being in a relationship we did long distance for like a few weeks, and then we went back to seeing each other like every single day, and then it suddenly went into long-term relationship. The first sort of month or so of the long-term relationship was incredibly stressful. Like I am not gonna lie, like so stressful, but it's because of the sudden change of everything, like the contrast of seeing someone every single day to just not being able to is quite a shock to the system. But when it comes to keeping it exciting, I would just say honestly just to keep something planned like all the time. So say if you go like up to meet them or whatever, when you're there plan something in advance, and then the next time then plan something in advance and make it exciting. You don't have to go on holiday or go to London and go up the Shard, all these things that are crazy expensive, because let's be real, not every couple can afford that. But me and my boyfriend, we love the cinema. So for example, the next time I'm seeing him is this Thursday. No, we already would have seen him by the time this video goes up, and we are going to see Captain Marvel for the midnight screening, which I'm so excited about, and we booked that way in advance and we were so excited for it. And then the previous time there was a house party, a previous time I think was like going out on a night out, that kind of thing. So we always have something planned. So for example, next time we see each other we'll go through like my rota and like his sort of uni schedule, and we'll work out together, okay right, when can we see each other, what should we do, and we'll pick something and make it exciting. And then on like the way up to that meeting, I think it's really important to still show each other that you're really excited to see each other. Just like honestly it takes 2 seconds to send a message, like no time at all. Like you can even do it in the lift, which is what I do sometimes when I'm at work. Just be like, oh, I'm really excited to see you on blah blah blah, blah, whatever day it is, just to show them like you're still excited to see them. Because when you get stuck in like your own lives, like if I'm filming or whatever and he's doing uni stuff, like it can kind of go like drift a little bit. So it's really important to keep that exciting, and it just takes a few moments just to send a quick message to someone, tell them how much you mean to them, or an I love you message or anything like that. But yeah, I would just say to make sure you have something planned every time, so you never don't know when you're going to see each other, if that makes sense. So instead of like, if someone was to ask you, oh, when are you next seeing your partner, you're not like, oh, I don't know, maybe in a few weeks, you know, like exactly when, because then you have that build up ready to it and then you get excited and it's, yeah, exciting. So I think just have something always planned. The next question I've got is, what do you find is the biggest challenge when in a relationship? Brackets, if there is one. There can be a lot of challenges in relationships. I am in a relationship now, been in 2 previous relationships, and I've dated like in the past and etc. So I have like had my fair share of experience when it comes to relationships, and I would say the biggest challenge in a relationship. Okay, so there's a little interruption there. I just had to let my dog out. My sister and brother came back. So yeah, back to what I was saying with the biggest challenge in a relationship. I don't think there's one set challenge. Like, I can't pick the biggest challenge. Like I was about to say, I am straight, so I've only really experienced I only have experienced heterosexual, oh my god, why can't I say that? Heterosexual relationships. I wouldn't be able to grasp on what the issues would be with a gay relationship, so I wouldn't be able to touch on that. However, coming from someone who in a heterosexual relationship, and probably any relationship actually, not even a romantic one, I really struggle with my words there, really sorry, I would say is just understanding each other and really getting on that kind of like hurdle of just understanding that you're not the same person and your minds don't think the same way. For example, for me, like, I'm very emotional, I can get very attached, I like affection, I like romance, everything like that, and I like everything to be very intense. However, some people don't like that, so it's just getting over the hurdles of everything and dealing with each other's insecurities as well. And I think that is where a strong relationship can be built on, is working through each other's issues and not seeing them as issues in itself, but seeing them as like little milestones of what you've accomplished together. So I think the biggest challenge, to be honest, would be to just realise that you're not the same person. The next question is also very deep. I love how deep these questions are. And the next question I've got is, how do you know a person is/isn't right for you? So if I could go back in time, in fact, no, I wouldn't change anything, but maybe I would see, with the knowledge I have now, where people weren't right for me. And I think it would be to making you feel good. Does that person make you feel good? Are you excited to see them? Like, are you buzzing inside? Like, when you arrange to meet them and you're on your way, are you like, oh my god, I'm so excited? And you're like, yay. Or you're like, oh, it's so annoying. Like, oh, like, this person's gonna make me feel bad. Like, are you uncomfortable around them? Do you feel yourself like, I don't know how to explain it, but just worrying too much about what they think of how you look like, of your intelligence, anything like that? There's a difference between impressing someone and trying to change who you are for that person. So yeah, I think you know when a person isn't right for you when you want to change yourself completely, because a person should love you for who you are. The next one I've got is future goals for life. I don't know if this is like my future goals for life or like what people's other future goals for life, so I'm going to answer it. My future goals for life is, when it comes to boys and relationships, is I want to get married. I want to get married and live in a really lovely home, build a family and get lots of dogs, yeah, with my boyfriend. So that's exciting. I want to work hard together and build up a really strong, stable career as well. That would just be incredible, like if we were both working just like a power couple and like really living life to the fullest and that kind of thing. I don't want to live like a mundane life. I feel like inside I just want to like, right, this, you're doing this and you're doing this and you're achieving this and this and this. Like, I'm a very ambitious person and I want to build that up within my family. So the next question I've got is, do you believe in soulmates? So I saw some of these questions before I got in the shower, like much earlier in the day, and I was thinking about them in my head. When it comes to soulmates, I think everybody has a soulmate. And I don't necessarily mean that there is just one. I think you have multiple soulmates. I'm not saying like everyone should be in an open relationship, because that's not a bit of me. I'm a one person kind of girl. But what I'm saying is that your soulmate could be your mum. Your soulmate could be your best friend. Your soulmate could be your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Like, honestly, I think your soulmate is just someone that your energies just vibe with. Like, you're not obviously the same person, but you become yin and yang. Like, you blend together, you bond so quickly and so easily, and it feels like you know them forever. And I feel like that is a soulmate right there. Someone who is almost like you're destined to be with. And this sounds really like hippy dippy, but I think it's true. Someone that you just, you just talk to someone and you just feel like you've known them forever, and you just click on everything that you say. And you might disagree on some things, but the conversation just flows so naturally, and like you feel so comfortable around them, and everything like that. So I feel like you have more than one soulmate in your life. Okay, the next thing is being single and happy is overrated. Do you agree? I think you can be happy single and you can be happy in a relationship. I wouldn't call it like overrated because I don't know, like when I was single I wasn't very happy, and that's just me as a person. Like I am a relationship person. I like being in a relationship. Like I love it. I love being in a relationship. So for me, I don't agree with that kind of thing. Wait, overrated. Wait, did I read that wrong? Oh, okay. So yeah, I do agree. I think being in a relationship is beautiful and it can be amazing. However, you can be just as happy as you are single, and you can almost be in a relationship with yourself, just enjoying your time and working on yourself as a person. So I kind of agree with that statement just because I'm such a relationship person, but I'm not saying you can't be happy when you're single. I hope that makes any sense, like at all, because I'm just kind of chatting to you and seeing what happens. But we're having girl talk right now. I mean, if you're a boy you can join in, but I'm calling it girl talk because that's what it is to me. Anyway, right, carrying on. I'm going to the next kind of section of this now, which is home life, family problems, domestic violence, etc. I only got one question on this topic, and it is how to deal with a toxic friend or family member. So there is a video that I have wanted to do for the longest time. I am talking, how old am I, 23? Like 4 or 5 years I've wanted to do this video at some point, all the time, like throughout those years, on domestic violence. However, it's one of those situations that I don't feel like I'm comfortable within myself to do it, and I'm worried about what could happen if I do the video. So I'm not going to go too far into detail, but I have dealt with toxic friends and a toxic family member, and I think both of them are very different circumstances to deal with. So I've had a toxic friend before, someone who I like idolized, like I thought they were like amazing and they were really cool and stuff, and they just messed up my life. She threatened, well, it was obviously a girl, could have just said she, but this is literally when I was in high school, and she threatened to stab me. She like got me a boyfriend when I was out the room on MSN that I didn't want to go out with, and I was too scared to dump. What else did she do? She like made me feel like I was like, I don't know, like just small, I guess. And I have naturally just drifted away from that person when I left school. But if I could go back in time and tell myself what to do. Okay, so my camera died, but as I was saying, I feel like I would just stand up for myself. Like it is so important to stand up for yourself and just say like, this isn't okay how you're treating me. I feel really small around you and I don't want to be friends anymore. Like you don't have to be horrible to that person or rude, and you can't fight fire with fire, so there's no point taking revenge or anything like that, but just standing up for yourself and realising your own worth. There's been so many situations where I have just kind of like forgiven and forgot it, well, not forgotten, never forgotten, but still carried on because I didn't want to lose another friend. But I think as you grow older you start to realise it's quantity over quality. It's quality over quantity. So yeah, definitely standing up for yourself with a toxic friend, and it's obviously a little bit easier to walk away from a friend than it is a family member. If you know me, you know it's a bit awkward for me to answer the toxic family member question, but I definitely can speak from experience on this question. I have like dealt with a toxic family member in my life, like when I was 15, 16. I'm not going to mention who it is because I still don't feel comfortable to do that on the internet. When I was like 15, 16, I think maybe just before my 16th birthday, I can't remember, I actually left home basically because it just got too much, and I wish I had done it earlier, if I'm completely honest. Being with a toxic family member can be so difficult because if you speak to a lot of people, the first thing they'll say is like, oh, but they're still your family member, they're still this to you, they're still blood, that kind of thing, which almost makes you feel guilty for wanting to leave that toxic situation. But I think everyone should just get rid of that. If someone doesn't make you feel loved and make you feel wanted, then they are not important to you. They're not any importance in your life. If they are making you feel this small, then get out. I think as soon as it starts getting toxic, like a little bit, then it's definitely worth trying to talk to that person. There might be an underlying reason as to why, but again, you can't fight fire with fire. Don't go in shouting and screaming. It's not going to fix anything. Get advice from someone professional as well as someone who's close to you as well, just so you can confide in them and talk to them calmly. Maybe a counsellor. There's loads of online things as well. But if it does not improve and there's any form of violence, I'm talking any form of violence, get out. It's not acceptable at all, and it can stay on your brain for years, as I have had to deal with. So get out, whatever it takes. You might be scared, you think, where am I going to live? What am I going to do? But life will work out for you. There is a path for everyone, and I promise it will work out, so get out. If it comes with other things where it's like a relationship and not getting on, again, get out. Honestly, I just think get out. Literally. Okay, so I hope that really covered that topic, but I just think you need to look at the situation and realise, is this good for me? And if not, get out. Get out, because it can get so much worse so quickly. Next section is mental health. I got 2 questions on this, but I think I got 3 as well. Yeah, I got 3. So I got, do you find being on Instagram or YouTube worsens your mental health? I don't actually think it does. For me personally, I don't think it does at all. If anything, it helps me because there's so many people I've come across who deal with very similar issues to me, and I find it's nice to have someone or multiple people to relate to. So if anything, I think it's improved my mental health. And I follow a lot of people on like Twitter and Instagram who are very like, you know, pro happiness and like will retweet like positive affirmations and stuff, and I find it very nice to be around. So for me personally, I don't think it worsens my mental health at all. However, I did also get someone message me and just no, 2 people actually message me and say, when it comes to like, you know, the Instagram models and like bikini pictures and stuff, do you think that like has such a negative impact on girls these days? And with that question, I would say in the grand scheme of things, yes, because we've grown so accustomed to the perfect Instagram body, like, you know, the huge butt, huge boobs, completely flat surfboard stomach, and it's come across like every single girl on the internet looks like that, and they really don't. It's a lot of different poses and everything like that to make them like contort themselves in a certain way that makes their butt look bigger and their stomach look flatter. And I've done it myself. I don't do a lot of fashion photos, but there was a time I went to the spa and there's a photo of like basically my arse, and I'm posing like in an archway, and like I literally stuck my butt out so much to the point my back hurt, just because I was like, oh, my butt will look bigger, my waist will look smaller and that kind of thing. But no one naturally stands like that. And I think when you start to understand that no one looks like that in an everyday situation, you just don't really care that much. Like for me, I don't really care that much. Like I care about my health and everything like that, but I feel like there's a lot more to life than just your dress size. And I'm so sick and tired of people talking about what's the next best diet, and I'm going on a juice fast and I need to lose a dress size and blah blah blah. It's just like, oh, stop. Like, it's just, at the end of the day, like when you're old and wrinkly, no one's going to remember you think, oh, she had a great banging body when she was younger. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just, in that respect, I think yes, because then people overthink what they look like. But then I also think nowadays a lot of people are addressing this topic. So for example, sort of reality stars and fitness models that will do like a reality and Instagram shot of them like slouching or like sitting normally, and they've got like a little roll, and then like Instagram where they're all upright and like proper sticking their butt out and stuff like that. So I feel like it's going to get better. For me, I don't think it worsens my mental health. The next question is similar to relationships but also crosses over onto mental health, and it is, can someone suffering with anxiety and depression have a healthy relationship? Yes, I think abso-bloody-lutely. I think anybody suffering with any kind of mental illness can have a healthy relationship, and it comes with a lot of nurturing and a lot of reassurance and a lot of love. When you have those 3 kind of factors in the relationship from the other person as well as the person suffering from the mental illness, it can work. It can be amazing, like incredible. Like for me, I would say that I suffer with anxiety, and yeah, and like I've suffered with depression in the past. I don't really feel like I have it now. Like I'm not on any medication or anything like that, but I do know how that feels. And past relationships, I haven't been nurtured or reassured, and it's not all up to the other person. Like, there is stuff that you have to do within yourself and, you know, try and get yourself out of it. But relationships at the end of the day are like a team. You need to gel together. It's a gel again. You need to gel together and work as a team to think of it as like you're not the problem, we're dealing with the issue, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think they absolutely can work, and if someone loves you that much and if someone cares for you, they will help you. And it's not because they think they have to, it's because they want to, because your happiness and your well-being means more to them than anything else on this entire planet. So yeah, I think it can work. You just need to work as a team. And I think communication is really, really important in this. Having calm conversations, whether it be over dinner, in bed, cuddling, or late night drives to McDonald's, whatever it is, just communicating with each other, saying, this is how I'm feeling right now, I love you, I don't want this to affect us, blah, blah, blah. And chances are the other person is going to be like, we can get through this, because relationships are work. and if you put in the work you get the best results ever. So with that long rambly answer, I think someone suffering with anxiety and depression can have a more than happy relationship. Okay, so on the girl talk section, I didn't really get much. I was kind of hoping to get some juicy questions about like boobs and sex and stuff, just to lighten the mood a bit, but maybe in the next one. I also got a question saying, have you tried mooncups? I want to, as they're good for the environment, but they scare me. No, I haven't tried them at all. I get the appeal of it, but I am also on the pill, which I take every single day. You're not supposed to have a break on it. I forget what my pill is called, but I only get periods like maybe every 3 or 4 months, like randomly, and I'll just literally use pads because I don't have them often enough to want to use tampons anymore. So yeah, I haven't used mooncups. I get the appeal of it because obviously it's so much better for the environment, because tampons are just like throwing cotton and everything away and it's just nasty. But no, I have not tried them, so I cannot give you advice on that. So that is the end of my video. I feel like we actually did a pretty good video of girl talk. I really like these videos. I like sitting down and chatting. I like watching them. I think it's really interesting and just fun, and to talk about real life topics. But yeah, I really want to do another one of these soon, so definitely follow me on Instagram, because I'll be like saying when I'm going to do another one, wherever it's in a couple months time or something like that. So you can send me your questions. If you did enjoy this video, please give a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I shall see you next time. Thanks so much for watching on my little girl talk video, and I shall see you soon in the next video. Bye.